my YouTube friends. Dear viewers, today is a great day for gamers. Why? Because we hold the industry as it exists right now in the palm of our hands. And the powers that be should be terrified right now. But of course they aren't. In fact, they're doing what they always do, lining their pockets with our cash while they laugh at us and talk about how dumb and predictable we are. So let me tell you how we change that. You know what? Let's get to it! How we got here. Now, I think unlike most gamers, all we want are great games made by passionate people who love games. And there was a time when we could count on getting quite a few great games every year. Back then, gamers had a vision of what they wanted to play, and they created it. We got amazing stories and characters, crazy worlds to explore, and gameplay that made all of this fun to actually do. Creating a fun game was priority number one. Man, I miss those days. Today, what we're getting is garbage, made by greedy corporate boards who just want to extract as much cash out of us as possible. They don't care about the final product. They're never gonna play the game. Creating fun gaming experiences is not their goal. Making money is. At some point, gaming turned into big business. And there is an actual term that I heard recently that sums up what big business is doing to everything it touches. Enshittification. Maybe you're new to the term, so let's define it so you can see the pattern. Let's ask Gemini. Please define enshittification as it pertains to what big business is doing in every industry. Here we go. Stage 1. Be good to users. A platform starts by offering a great service at a loss, subsidized by venture capital, to lock in a massive user base. This is like Amazon or Uber. Now, Gemini is focusing on newer businesses like Uber, but it applies to any business at all, even ones long past the venture capital stage, like Netflix. Stage 2. Abuse users to be good to business customers. Once users are locked in due to high switching costs, the platform pivots to favor its business partners, and that's advertisers, sellers, gig workers, and this is to build their ecosystem. Now, this phase is where prices rise and terms of service start to change in favor of advertisers or data brokers or whoever else they're making money from. Stage 3. Abuse business customers to claw back value for shareholders. Once the business customers are also locked in, the platform starts to squeeze them, raising fees, hiding their content behind paywalls, and degrading their experience. So this is where they've squeezed all they can from consumers, so they have to start extracting cash from vendors. This results in pretty much the consumer paying more and getting worse products because someone has to pay for all the extra fees. Stage 4. Die. The platform becomes a useless pile of shit where everyone, users and businesses alike, want to leave, but often can't because there's no viable alternative. Now, if you're a YouTube viewer or creator, I have no doubt that you can relate to this, but I've seen it everywhere on Netflix, Amazon, Google, hell, even the automotive industry where BMW features already built into the car, like heated seats or remote start, are being locked behind a monthly paywall. Any gamer can now easily track these stages in their gaming lifetime. There was a time when we went to the store and we bought games. The entire game. It was all included in the box, and sometimes there were also cool maps and even instruction manuals with pictures. Even online playing experiences like World of Warcraft started like this. But since then, we've seen them take away physical copies of the games. Then more games got battle passes for monthly revenue. And then the advent of the microtransaction and literally in-game gambling. And so we arrive here where games are literally created to generate perpetual revenue in some way. No thought is given to the actual playing experience. Everything is focused on keeping you signed up and continuing to buy. This is how corporate boardrooms make games, not gamers. And the results are things like Concord and Highguard. Games with massive budgets and no audience because they never bothered to care what gamers actually wanted. Now I know for myself, I was so excited about Starfield. I couldn't wait for it. I really wanted it to be good. Unfortunately, it was packed full of meaningless hours of wandering through boring environments, a story that made no sense and provided little reason to even bother playing, and the gameplay that wasn't fun either. I think it was at this point that I just kind of checked out of gaming altogether. Gaming seemed totally hopeless to me. I felt like we were never going to get another truly exciting and engaging experience. But then this year, I played the best gaming experience that I've had in maybe 15 years. Clair Obscura Expedition 33. Now this is a game made by a tiny studio of gamers on a limited budget. People with a specific creative vision. This game captured me to the point where I was actually having conversations about the story with other people who played it, like we used to do in the old days. Was it a perfect game? Of course not, but it was really, really good. This showed me that games could still be good. They could still be something that carries weight worthy of actual conversation. And for the first time in a long time, I saw a way that everything could change. We could actually get our industry back. I know that I'm not the only one who wants to see gaming return to gamers. I see videos on it all the time, but most are just hoping that these studios make enough mistakes that they'll just decide to change on their own. But I think now is the perfect time to force the change that we want and take games back for gamers. We have the perfect storm, so to speak, standing right in front of us. GTA 6 is what I'm talking about, a game too big to fail. In fact, big business believes that so much that rumor has it somewhere between $1 and $2 billion have been spent on its development. That's billion with a B. Imagine how many incredible, unique experiences could have been created with $2 billion. Either way, they're all in on GTA 6. So if we wanted to push big business out of the gaming industry, the easiest way to do it is to make sure the game that can't fail, the one all their eggs are in, the sure bet, fails. All we have to do is not show up. Just don't buy it. It doesn't even matter if it's good or bad. If we want our industry back, we got them by the balls right now. These kind of opportunities don't fall in our laps every day. Once studios aren't tied to Wall Street, gamers can take back their spaces. Studios and budgets will shrink. No big business oversight will leave developers to create the games that they want to make. So we won't get the Forza team making Fable ever again. Passion can finally return to game developers. Isn't that what we all want? And if all you have to do is give up GTA 6 to get it, isn't it worth it? It's probably going to be watered down corporate garbage anyways, and we've waited 13 years already, so what's the difference? All we have to do is forget about it and move on, and we get our gaming back for gamers. A small price in my opinion. Now, I'm nobody here with a channel that teaches people how to live stream and a pretty small audience to boot, so I'm not even technically in the gaming space. However, I do know that most of my audience comes to this channel to make their game streams better. So a lot of you out there are gamers. You have the power to make this idea into something viral. Guys like Asmongold and Smash JT and all the other ones out there could probably say this a lot better than I did here and reach a lot more people. Now they could also call me a complete moron and it wouldn't be the first time. But you guys watch their streams. So bring it up and get them to watch and comment and see what they think. Like I said, they carry a lot more weight and could probably articulate my ideas better than I did here. I'm just a guy who does streaming tutorials and loves games. And you know what? I also want to know what you think. So let's talk about it down in the comments. Could an idea like this actually reach enough people to make a difference? That kind of depends on all of us. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks to help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, why not subscribe to the channel? My name is Michael Fire Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next one.